Saturday, July 8th. Set sail with us on the Midnight Boat Ride featuring RGE Entertainment with DJ Ricky Genius and Forest One Sound. We set sail at midnight from Brooklyn Army Terminal. Tickets are $75 each and there'll be a buffet and a cash bar on board. For more information, contact Dion at 973-861-1816, Chris at 718-781-7074, or Wilbert at 917-697-3087. See you there.
When you are hungry, come to Cool Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Near the Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Are you ready to take your life and finances to the next level? Join Dr. Shannon Simpson Shand at her Success Mindset Brunch and Learn event near New York City airports on Saturday, August 26, 2023 from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The exact location to be announced. For only $50, learn how to make your first $1 million, recession-proof your personal finances, and enjoy food and entertainment, all while networking with other like-minded professionals. Plus, get Dr. Shannon's $997 Success Mindset Masterclass free. This is an event you cannot afford to miss. Get your tickets at eventbrite.com. Brunch and learn the success mindset now and start living a life of financial freedom. Don't miss it. It's only $50. This is Lady T, Denise Gomez, host and producer of Inside the Zone in New York, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Join me on Mondays at 5 on Fit 96.7, FitFMJA.com, Trelawney's Radio, your life, your music, for exciting features within the diaspora. And hear what's on our minds. It's live at 5 on Fit 96.7, FitFMJA.com.
That's what I'm talking about. Monday, Monday, Monday. Hey, 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 everyone. Hey, 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 hey. To you, you, and you. Yes, I'm talking to you. Hey, everybody, how are you? How are you? How are you? I hope you had a great weekend. We made it to the 7th month in 2023. Have you pinched yourselves yet? Like pinched yourself yet? Or you said, I'm grateful, Lord, that I'm here. Ah, boy. Thank you for tuning in from your home, your office, your cars, your deli, your barbershop, your beauty salon, your hospital. You're walking, talking, driving on a Monday afternoon. You're talking to somebody, aren't you? Saying, hello, how are you? How was your day? Greeting somebody, you know? It's good to greet people. Yeah. Wherever you are tuning in this afternoon, I'd like to say hello. I am Lady D. Denise Gomez. That's my name. That's my name. Your producer and presenter of the show, Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Broadcasting on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM. Hello. I'm also broadcasting on Caribbean Vibes Radio Network, www.caribbeanvibesradio.com. Fit 96.7 FM in Trelawney. Hey, how are you everyone in Trelawney? I'm hoping to talk to you, I'm sure, when we get to be on the same time zone. We'll be talking, you better believe it. So I'd like to say hi to Julia and her team, and to the listening audience of Fit 96.7. Your life, your music. I'm streaming on my YouTube channel, Inside the Zone with Lady D. Log on, subscribe, share, like. We're heading to 800 now. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Welcome to the Monday Drive. Keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. To my seniors, I'd like to say hi. The young adults, the youth, children, all those who are just moving around today. So many things have happened since this morning, since midnight, and you and I are still here. Ha ha ha. The show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Oh my goodness, this past Friday we hung out. Shernette, Jackie, Ryan and I, we all hung out at Cooler Runnings this past Friday. We had fish and bammy and stuff, and it was nice. We had a great time, and it was a surprise because we didn't know Jackie was coming. So Ryan held it down, you know. Ryan held the secret and surprised us. But it was nice. It really was nice. So I screamed because I tell people, I don't get overly excited like that. I'll be happy to see you. I'll greet you, but I don't get myself kind of bent out of shape. But I was bent out of shape because I love Jackie and we are good friends, and it was so good to see my brain box. So that was our weekend on Friday, and then Saturday we were busy, and Sunday was church, and I'm back here today. I went to work, and here we are. And tomorrow being July 4th, you know, some people are still working, so don't worry. People still work. 23 minutes after 5 o'clock, all the people in the essential services, they gotta find themselves out. What do I have in store this afternoon? It's one of those Mondays. Tomorrow is holiday, so I didn't want to come with too much, you know? Have a bit of news for you at 6 o'clock. I got my Monday beat as always. It's Gents Music Monday. And there's I found this article, Why Black Men Choose White Women. That I'm going to read for you. But of course, tomorrow is holiday, so I have a lot of music. And Lady Trudy Ann will be calling in with community and immigration updates at 5:45. Patrick Maitland, Chief Editor, Street Hype Newspaper. He's my guest in the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. 25 minutes after 5 o'clock. Hey, good afternoon. Okay. Good afternoon to you, and you. It's a pleasure. I'm feeling so good just coming to talk to you and, share stuff with you. And I'm hoping you'll be able to share with me too by calling 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. Good afternoon to you, Chris Wilby. We have not been able to catch up and just gel a little bit. I haven't been able, it's a busy time. Fun in the Sun is on. And of course, the flyers are out, so I've been posting on my social media and so on. Fun in the Sun, August 5, at the home of the Astor Little League Baseball Field, 2701 Bruner Avenue. We want to pack the place. So, Eddie, I'm hoping to see you. It's a free event. Walk with your chair. It's a standing room show, right? We don't have chairs like that. But people have been coming over the years where it's actually the 11th year this year, but last year we weren't able to host the 10th. So we're staging the 10th in the 11th year. Can you figure that? So it's double whammy, as we say. 26 minutes after 5 o'clock. Hello once again. My name is Denise, Lady D. Gomez. It's Monday, and I'm ready for some good music in the Monday beat. Chasing the Monday blues out of here with great music.
Lady D is on the radio.
my lonely nights, girl. On the outside looking in, dreaming of holding you tight. Well, I guess I've had my day, you let me go my way. It's me who has to pay. A loser they call me, but now I'm a winner, boy. Love and hate can never be friends. Oh no, oh no. Here I come with love and not hatred. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of our life. Envy no one, no wish to be with no evil man. For there'll come the day when you'll be whipped by the father's hand. Leave up roots children. Oh yeah. Leave up rasta children. Yeah. My head is anointed and my cup runneth over. Yeah. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of our life. Yeah. Oh yeah, now. Oh yeah. All right. Here I come with love and not hatred. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of our life. Envy no one, no wish to be with no evil man. For there'll come the day when you'll be whipped by the father's hand. Live up good children. Oh yeah, live up good children. Oh yeah. Well, give up, oh give up. Yeah, oh boy, oh, yeah, man, yeah. My head is anointed and my cup runneth over. Yeah. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of our life. Yeah. Oh yeah, now. Oh yeah. All right. Here I come with love and not hatred. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of our life. Envy no one, no wish to be with no evil man. For there'll come the day when you'll be whipped by the father's hand. Live up good children. Oh yeah. Live up as a children. Yeah. My head is anointed and my cup runneth over. Yeah. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow I all the days of our life. Now clap your hands and stamp your feet. This happens to be a treat wild treat. It's not that I don't love you. You know how much I do. And it's not that I found somebody to take the place of you. But it's just the feel within me when you touch my hand, and the fear that shakes my body, and I don't understand, so I'm leaving. This time I'm playing it smart. I'm gonna walk away from love before love breaks my You're clinging to me tighter, tighter.
Good evening to you. Welcome to the Monday Drive.
Well, you're doing a great job. I think the Prime Minister needs to speak to you because you're going to increase Jamaica's GDP right now playing that music.
After all, you're here at MS. I might as well do something with myself.
The potential is very strong promoting that music because it expands the market.
Thank you, MS. How you do? What's your plans for tomorrow?
I just consider having dinner with members of the family.
Okay, great. Leave a piece of what I don't eat for me. And send it by FedEx.
FedEx.
Yes. All right.
Interesting.
Yes. Thank
Okay.
you, MS. Take it easy.
Before love breaks my heart. Away from love. I'm gonna walk away from love.
Pre-independence feel here on the show, the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you won't drive and reside. My name is Denise Lady D Gomez. How are you feeling, everybody? I know a lot of us are just looking forward. Like the first thing hit me, I had to say, Denise, don't do that. You have to work to survive. This morning I woke up and I'm like, oh, the first thing, you know, the first thought that hit me, oh, I'm not working tomorrow. I can sleep late. Can you imagine if we were all to sleep late? What would happen? Oh, my goodness. I'm like, get that thought out of your mind, girl. I'd like to say hello. You're just joining me. Welcome to the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside on inside the zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. It's a good day. It's a Monday, and I am in that pre-independence feel. So I'm not delving too heavily into too much information. I just want to play some nice music. I was about to say some nice tune, which I can still say. I want to play some nice tune or some nice tunes for you here on the show today. It's Monday. Tomorrow is Independence, July 4th. What are your plans? I'd like to hear from you. I just asked MS to leave a piece of what I don't eat and send it by FedEx for me. What plans do you have tomorrow? Someone asked me today. I'm like, I have some things to do, but I'm going to do it from home. So I hadn't planned to go to nobody's backyard. And most of my friends are traveling, so they're not around at this time where I could go into a backyard to eat something, you know. So I'm not really doing anything tomorrow, and I don't want to be too tired to return to work on Wednesday. Therefore, I will be home. But anyway, what are your plans? I'd like to say hello to my peeps on the YouTube channel. That would be Pat and Yvonne. You're here keeping my company, Yvonne. Howdy, howdy, Yvonne. King Ryan, who nearly let me drop off my wig. So most of you know, I sport my short do, and then I might drop on my wig or I braid the hair. So there's never a time I look the same. So we had planned our hangout, Ryan, Shernette, and Lady D. However, Ryan got wind of the fact that Brainbox Jackie would be traveling to New York in that same time, so he reached out to Shernette and myself to say, you girls available Friday the 30th? We said yes, and so on. So we hooked up right at Cooler Runnings, my sponsor. Thanks for the idea, Ryan. And we met at my sponsor's spot and we sat outside. And as we were there chitting and chatting and so on, we decided, Shernette and I, that we would go into the restaurant and place our order. As we were walking, who we saw but Jackie. I screamed, I hugged up Jackie so tight. It was good to see her. And we had a great time. So that kind of help me out so that I don't have nothing to do tomorrow. You know what I mean? But it was good. So nice surprises. But we really plan to go as often over to my sponsor and give back, support his business. And people were just getting their jerk chicken, and people were in the restaurant. And God bless Soji and his business and his wife, and their staff, that they continue to serve the community with such respect and great tasting food. So again, thank you everyone for tuning in. And right now, of course, before I get into my feature, it's 5:42. What? Let me bring a word from my sponsors and my advertisers. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere.
Are you ready to take your life and finances to the next level? Join Dr. Shannon Simpson Shand at her Success Mindset Brunch and Learn event near New York City airports on Saturday, August 26, 2023 from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The exact location to be announced. For only $50, learn how to make your first $1 million, recession-proof your personal finances, and enjoy food and entertainment, all while networking with other like-minded professionals. Plus, get Dr. Shannon's $997 Success Mindset Masterclass free. This is an event you cannot afford to miss. Get your tickets at eventbrite.com. Brunch and learn the success mindset now and start living a life of financial freedom. Don't miss it. It's only $50.
Hey, what are you doing Saturday, July 8th? Set sail with us on the Midnight Boat Ride featuring RGE Entertainment with DJ Ricky Genius and Forest One Sound. We set sail at midnight from Brooklyn Army Terminal. Tickets are $75 each and there will be a buffet and a cash bar on board. For more information, contact Dion at 973-861-1816, Chris at 718-781-7074, or Wilbert at 917-697-3087. See you there.
Alrighty, welcome back everyone. 5:44 p.m. In a few minutes, Lady Trudy Ann will be calling in with, of course, community and immigration updates. And I tell you, when Trudy calls, I just love when she says, "Oh no, but mix me up and say Miss Trudy say." And that's the beauty of us being able to know the English language, speak it well, and we can flip at any time we want over into patois. Now, whether our dialect sounds the same or not, if you hear Gritley speak patois, maybe I can't speak it like that with the same tone and intonation and so on to kind of make it sound more airy and rustic and down to earth and you name it. But we understand each other. If you hear Ryan speak it, I don't speak it like Ryan. It's amazing to listen to Ryan's. But still, we understand each other. That's what I love about this thing. So I'd like to say hey to Pat. And so welcome, Gritley. I'm making you feel good. And I have more music for you, Gritley, so you're going to feel even better. Because, we aim to please on this program with yours truly. Okay. I do apologize to that. So I just want to say good evening to those of you who are tuning in. Yes, those of you who are tuning in, I just want you to know that I'm here for you. If you'd like to advertise on the show, you may call 914-304-2592 to advertise with me. And of course, if you'd like me to do your voiceovers, I've been doing a lot of voiceovers. I have 2 to do tonight. So that's a blessing. Send me the work. I can switch from one to the next. Believe me, and you'll enjoy it. A pleasant good evening to you.
Hi, good evening, Lady D.
I was just talking about you, Trudy.
Yeah?
Yes.
My ears have all scratched me.
No, I was just I was just saying to the audience that when Trudy, use up the English and then afterwards she said, "But I want to call Miss Trudy a name." And say, "Miss Trudy says so." So I was just telling. Oh, dear Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, Trudy is with me live this evening. Trudy, I love when you do the pre-recorded, because you still sound your natural self, which is so good. So,
Oh, Lord, I'm so, in the beginning, I was able to come on with you, but then, I get so busy and everything. I'm like, oh, Lord, I have no time.
Right. Yeah, man. Understood. I understand.
As always, thank you for having me on your program. It's such a delight to be here.
Of course. And you provide such great information. People can make informed decisions and not listen to the village lawyers, as we like to call them.
Oh, goodness. I have seen so many mistakes, and it causes time wasted, money wasted, because when people come to me because of a mistake somebody else made, unfortunately, I'm going to charge my fee. I wish I could say, "No, man, come and fix it for you. You don't have to pay me nothing." I wish I could say that.
But your time is important.
But the time is important, but also the work that is needed to be done. Because the problem is, when I do things from scratch, I make sure all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted. So it's done automatically, and I'm seeing it in my software system.
Right.
But when someone else does the work and it makes a mistake and they come to me, I now have to go through at least 50 pages
Seems
to go through each line to see where the mistake was made. So that's my topic for today. Mistakes made when it is given to other people to do. Now, I am not knocking lawyers. I'm not knocking the village lawyers either, because some of them are good. However, I want individuals to know your immigration papers are one of the most important documents you're going to handle in your lifetime. Right?
Yeah.
Which includes your passport, your birth certificate, your immigration documents are one of the most important papers you're going to ever have to handle. So you want to make sure that whomever you're giving those documents to do, that they know what they are doing,
Yes.
right? Cheaper doesn't always mean better. And I know we're living in in difficult, hard economical times right now. The money's not quite there. You know, lawyers charge $5,000 to $10,000, maybe more. So you may not have the money to pay lawyers. Or so you come to someone like myself, who I do charge, not a pretty penny, but I do charge. You may not even have that money to pay me either. So you may say, oh, you know what? My accountant will do it to me for $200.
Right.
Me have a friend, she did do my friend own, and she said, just want me to pay just 150. And so you jump at that because $150 or $200 better than paying somebody $2,500, $3,000. It's better than paying somebody even $1,500. Right? Now, here is the problem. You run because you want to save money, but then you're cutting corners because the person who is doing it may not be that vested in what they're doing, so they don't do it. And they may say, Lord, should just pay me $150. Me no need to do all of this. You understand?
Yes.
So they don't put in the work that is needed. Now, on the flip side, you can go to a lawyer and pay $2,500, and the lawyer still make a mistake.
That's true.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because I just got a case from halfway across the country. They use a lawyer. And when they sent me the paperwork, a page was missing.
Oh, dear.
And the page that was missing was the most vital part of the application. Because it named who the application is for.
Yes.
Immigration sent it back because they have no idea who the beneficiary is. So I said, did you use a lawyer? What did the lawyer say? Oh, I must go to immigration and go meet with the immigration officer. I'm like, but you can't do that without an appointment. So here is what happened. The lawyer took the money and gone about their business.
Yes. And that's the end
They're
of
not
that.
here again after that. And that's the end of that. So when the person comes to me now, I charge them a fee. And I said, hey, I'm going to charge you this fee. But if I'm going over this document and I need to do more work, my fee is going to go up.
That's right.
But of course, people don't want to pay more money. But that's what you get. But that's what happens when, and one other thing, before I even go to that, when people come to me, Lady D, with their documents, they all get a copy before I send it in.
That's me. Yep.
So I don't send it in and not give a copy. I give it, and people, when you're listening to this, whether you're going for your tax returns, whether you're going for immigration documents, anywhere you go and they're doing a large application for you, always get a copy. The money that you paid allows you to get a copy. I heard somebody tell me the other day that the accountant tell them, say, the money them pay is only for the work. And they never pay the money for getting a copy. I was like, no, that's so.
Oh, no. Oh,
No,
but
no,
that's
so.
downright rude, too.
That's downright rude.
Oh, my gosh.
I said, whenever you go to an accountant, a lawyer, whatever money you pay, you are entitled to a copy of all your documents.
I agree with you.
So do not leave until you get a copy. You understand?
And-
because that is when you look to see if there were mistakes that were made.
Yes, yeah. But you know
I
something.
sent a copy. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry about that. You know something.
No, that's okay.
There are some people who they don't understand anything about office procedure, principle of business. They weren't taught that. The same way they knew about just handing somebody money and say, do that for me. And then when something goes awry, there is no paper trail. Nobody have a receipt,
Exactly.
nothing. So it's the same thing. They walk into a business place and they're of the view, Trudy, that this person knows a whole lot and they can help me. So they walk away feeling that assurance that my documents are completed, I signed off on it, and they're going to send it off and all will be well.
And that is true. And I also want to add another thing that our people suffer from is title myelitis.
Okay.
You hear the word?
I hear you, ma'am. Define.
Title myelitis.
Uh-huh.
So title myelitis is you hear somebody title and you get frightened.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? You think so because them a lawyer and them have JD behind them, an attorney at law behind them name, or they have immigration lawyer behind them, or they have accountant behind their name, that you're not supposed to question them or you're not supposed to ask them for something.
Yeah.
Right? People in this country, in Jamaica, things are done differently because there's a sense of respect, there's a sense of we're going to handle your things properly, right? But in this country, when there's no paper trail, you have no proof of
That's
something.
true. Yep. Yes, ma'am.
You know, I spoke to you earlier about a little situation I had.
Yes.
And one of the reasons why they conceded and come back to what I was asking about them, show me it in writing. If you can't show me in writing, you don't have no proof, give me back my money.
Right.
So people, whenever you do anything, get it in writing. If there's, and same thing, and we're going to kind of add on little things too. The same thing applies when you pay your rent, get a receipt, please.
Yes, ma'am.
During COVID, when the government was giving out a lot of stimulus, a lot of people lose out on getting help with their rent because they had no paper trail, no proof that they paid rent, no proof that they even live in an apartment and they have a lease, nothing at all. And when they go to the landlord, so why you ask for receipt all of a sudden? You know, trust me.
Right.
Yeah, I trust you, but I still need to verify that I paid my rent.
Oh, Lord, Trudy, I tell you, you're hitting the nail
Because,
left, right,
yes.
and center.
Because what happened now is, forget the government. You want to go to the state. You can't pay your rent. You're getting a little situation. You lost your job. You need food stamps.
Yes.
So you're going to go to HRA to get state assistance. And I'm calling state assistance, not welfare, because welfare has a negative connotation. State assistance, you are every single person who pays taxes is entitled to state assistance. So I don't call it welfare. It's state assistance, right? So when you go to the HRA to get state assistance, but you have no copies of your lease, you have no copies of receipt that said you paid rent, there is no proof to them that you paid rent, how much your rent is per month, for them to now give you the assistance to go pay your rent. Who do you pay rent to?
There you go, man.
Where's your lease? So you miss out on getting help, one-shot deal, food stamps. You miss out on getting help to pay your rent because you lost your job. So whenever you go anywhere, please ask for a copy of your documents. Ask for a receipt. So back to the immigration, people, when you're giving it to individuals to do, even when you come to me, and I'll tell you this, right away, I give you a copy. So you don't have to ask me for a copy because I give it to you. But when you go to other people and you don't get a copy, and then it goes to immigration and it gets returned,
Yes.
and you're seeing all of these mistakes, you have to swallow the money because the money gone.
Same so.
Now you got to go pay all over again to have it done properly. So people, sometimes pay the money that's needed. I will always do your paperwork properly. And I have a lot of success stories. I have a lot of families who are now in the United States because of the great work that I've done. And yes, I can blow my own horn because I know the quality and the caliber of my work.
There you go, Trudy. So now that you've said that, we're closing your contact information and how they can reach you.
To reach me, 929-312-1161. 929-312-1161. My website is www.swaades.org. You can find me on Instagram, Swades International. Like, follow, and reach out to me. Oh, passports, they are getting back on a roll. Passports are coming back. So apparently they've cleared up. So if you looking to do your passports, can just give me a call.
Alrighty. Thank you, Trudy. Always a pleasure. You make it sound so alive. We just enjoy listening to you. And if we're not careful, we just get so caught up into listening how you communicate the information that we hope the information will get lost along the way. But yes.
Sometimes I said, well, this is me, I chat too much.
No, man. It's good. It's relatable, and that's what we need.
All right.
You have to
good,
speak
good,
the language
good.
that people understand, and you hit the nail on the head. Thanks, Trudy. Blessings.
Same to you, Lady D. Take care.
Alrighty.
Listeners, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. That's Lady Trudy Ann with community and immigration updates here on Mondays, 5:45 p.m. Good afternoon to everyone. As Pat says in that case, okay, she says, Pat made a comment. She said that, where is it? She said, when you spend cheap, you pay twice. And that is so true. When you spend cheap, you pay twice. And there are people who refuse to want to spend. They'll have the money and they tell you they don't have it and they don't want to spend it. And if something else happens, and I'll use the term that most of you know, when utter claps take you, that's the time you see money roll out. They have to run to bank. They have to go to the credit union and all kind of something, and money just come out. They're not begging anybody. It's their own money. We need to invest in ourselves. You can't just cheap your whole life so. And then you end up with slapdash work, as we say. A minute after 6 o'clock, it is the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. I'd like to welcome everyone to the program, to the show this afternoon. I'm so happy to be here with you because it's pre-independence show, and so, I just like to do everything right, the way I know I want my information to be communicated. So welcome everyone. I just want to bring you in the know very quickly about just a few headlines. So it's now time for keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. Brought to you by Cooler Running, Jamaican restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Good evening, everyone. 2 minutes now after 6 o'clock. Welcome to Keeping You in the Know with news, happenings, and facts. Out of Jamaica, an unidentified man was shot and killed by the police in Portmore, St. Catherine on Sunday during a reported car chase and shootout that ended in an early morning crash. According to the Information Observer Online, sometime after 3 a.m., a group of police officers were on patrol in the Nagas Head area of Portmore when they signaled the driver of a Toyota Voxy to stop. The driver reportedly disobeyed their command and opened gunfire on the team before speeding away. The police gave chase and returned fire. The driver lost control of the vehicle, which crashed into a canal along the Hellshire Main Road. The only occupant of the vehicle was found suffering from injuries and taken to hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The police said that during a search of the vehicle, a firearm was found. The Portmore Police, along with Independent Commission of Investigation, INDECOM, are investigating. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock. Almost 30 individuals have lodged complaints against a 20-year-old man who reportedly pretended to be an overseas job recruiting officer who requested a minimum of $150,000 to process visa applications and work permits. The defendant, Jamal Black, is charged on an indictment for 25 counts of obtaining money by means of false pretense and 4 counts of operating an overseas employment agency without a license. It was shared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Thursday that Black purported to have an overseas travel agency and that he could provide employment opportunities for interested Jamaicans. Applicants had to visit an office that Black operated from the corporate area to make payments by cash or via bank transfers. Black, who is in custody, may spend another week in detention as prosecutors contend a bail application could not be addressed at this juncture, as there has to be a series of case management exercises to properly assess the charges. Parish Judge Leighton Morris obliged to the Crown's request to access the file and instructed the prosecutors to make contact with the investigators involved in the matters against Black. Although a plea has not been formally entered in court for Black, attorney at law Atiba Dyer told the court that his client was willing to make compensation to the complainants who stood disgruntled in the courtroom. The final sum that Black defrauded was not shared in open court. However, it is expected to be determined at the next court date. Black was remanded in custody until July 6, when the matter is set for mention. Interesting news. And more news for you out of Jamaica. The police have launched a probe into the shooting death of Gerardo Brown Man Morgan, who was shot dead at a party along Top Hill Road in Clarendon on Monday. Morgan's death comes just 2 days after the end of a curfew in the area, which was aimed at curbing the climbing murder rate. It is reported that the deceased was pounced upon by a lone gunman who opened gunfire, hitting him in the upper body. The police were summoned, and on their arrival, Morgan's lifeless body was seen along the road. The police say his body was positively identified by his mother. A suspect has since been identified in Morgan's killing, the police say. Up to June 24, the parish had seen a 35.9% increase in murders, having recorded 53 murders when compared to 39 homicides over the corresponding period last year. And we continue the news in the Caribbean region. Out of Port of Spain in Trinidad. Trinidad-based Caribbean Airlines is scheduled to begin flights in 3 Caribbean countries later this month, while increasing the number of flights in 2 other countries. A statement from the airline said as of July 24, it will add new non-stop services between Barbados, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines and St. Lucia. Flights from Barbados to St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada would move from 3 times a week to daily. The airline said it will begin flights from Barbados to St. Lucia 4 times a week, Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. It will begin to operate a once-weekly flight from St. Lucia to St. Vincent and the Grenadines on Thursday. Caribbean Airlines Chief Executive Officer Gavin Madeira said the airline is excited to grow its regional connectivity plans. Quote, there continues to be a call for increased frequency and capacity between Caribbean destinations, and by adjusting our strategies and route network to connect these destinations, we can provide more sustainable travel options for our customers, end quote, Madeira said in a statement. The airline has promised further expansion from August 23, with new services between Trinidad and Tobago, Dominica and Antigua and Barbuda on Wednesdays and Sundays, and other flights from Trinidad to St. Vincent and Grenada. It is also promising more direct travel options from Barbados to Ogle International Airport in Guyana. The statement further said this expansion into the Eastern Caribbean further solidifies its growth trajectory. And that's it for keeping you in the know with news happenings and facts this evening. My main headline that I would like to talk about, and if you'd like to call me and we can have the conversation, is the headline where the man has defrauded monies simply because people paid him $150,000. Now, this is out of Jamaica. Now, there is the United States Embassy in Kingston, Jamaica. There are travel agencies in Kingston, Jamaica. And there are online services available as well for you to book an appointment, and they instruct you how to do that and what you need to do. Why is it that people, I don't know, some of us are not just super bright than the other, you know. It's not that. It's just that we're more cautious, we're more careful, and we pay attention. Why people think that when somebody come and start to talk how they have a business and all of that, you think you need to take that information and run with it. You don't even ask nobody if they hear about John Tom, who says he operates in a particular location. Why we think we need to give away our monies to people when we want visa, passport, and those things. Why? Good evening. Welcome to Keeping You in the Know with news, happenings, and facts.
Good evening, Lady D, and to the radio listeners and my family in the YouTube.
Hello, Madam
Lady
Pat.
How are you, Lady D?
Thank God I'm well.
Okay. Lady D, I don't feel sorry for those people. Scamming has been on the rise, and the biggest scammers we have coming from out of Africa and Jamaica. I don't know how these Jamaicans feel when they scam people and now they are being scammed. Now, they don't have money to buy food. They can't take care of the bills, but they have money to come to the United States, whether it's legal or illegal. And they didn't do no homework. It's always some kind of hookup. This person knows somebody, and they're going to recommend this person to get whatever they can get. And it is such a shame. Nobody did no research. That's a whole lot of money to pay.
And he's 20. He's 20. He's 20
but
years old.
Him is a thief.
Oh my God, 100
Him is
and
a thief.
50,000 to process visa. Please hold the line to my second caller. Please hold. Go ahead, Pat.
Okay, I'm going to go, Lady D, so you can
Okay.
speak with someone else. If needs be, I can call back.
No
okay?
problem.
All
Thank
right.
you. Good evening to my second caller. How are you?
Good evening, Lady D, to you and all your listeners and family and everyone. I just reached in and I heard you talking about the I run to catch your news, but I missed the news.
Okay.
The news was already finished. What is it with this money thing, lady?
Oh, so there's a 20-year-old who reportedly pretended to be an overseas job recruiting officer. And so he requested a minimum of $150,000 to process visa applications and work permits for people. So, you know, he got money from almost 30 people, and so now it came to fore that nothing no go so. He was a scammer, so now he's before the court. And he has said he would give back the money and what have you. So that's what we're talking about, why people like to just give them money to people they don't know.
And away from that, Lady D, at his age,
20.
At his age, you know, and that is the mishap with us as Jamaicans. Everybody just rush because everybody want to go overseas, you know. They just want to go over the sea, you know. You know how it works. You know, they don't check anything out. Remember something like that had happened before somewhere down in Christiana there where people had paid these money to this agent who they said there was.
Right.
And nothing they were doing. the domestic, what you call it, there to get them overseas. You know, and nothing was like, you know, many people lost the passport and all of that because after that, nothing went like that. It's just a rip-off. I'm just sorry for those people in times like these when things are so hard. And some of these people might borrow from someone because everybody needs the opportunity. You understand? Looking an opportunity to go, you know, go someplace. It's just like when people were migrating to England in the early years, when they rip off people's pardon and they 10 of you meet up at the house at the gate one time because you come in to get your partner draw when by that time that person and see going to England. You know, it's time now for us to wake up and get more civilized, Lady D.
It's horrible.
I'll speak to you.
Thank you, ma'am. It's horrible. Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'm telling you, people need to be, I don't know why. And anytime people hear it, they just take the position, that's not going to happen to me, you know. That won't happen to me. But it happens. No matter how people are pleading, the authorities say, stop doing these things. Even family members will say, do you know this person? And they go ahead anyway and do it. Why? We don't know. We don't know. There is this drive. Everybody wants better, but you're going to end up losing your money. I tell you, Jamaicans, God, help us. Anyhow, it's 16 minutes after 6 o'clock. At 6:30 p.m., I'll be having a conversation in the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. And my guest will be Patrick Maitland. He's publisher, editor of Street Hype newspaper. He joins me at 6:30 p.m. Most of you know of the Street Hype newspaper here in New York. Well, Mr. Maitland will be talking to me about that, how it started, why, and to delve into who he is. Who is Patrick Maitland? That's what we'll be talking about at 6:30 p.m. Good evening, everyone. It's a good day. What is it called again? It's called, yeah, you got it right. It's called Monday. So I'd like to welcome everyone to the program this evening and to let you know it's also Gents Music Monday. And so I do have music for you. But before then, stay with me. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Lady D Denise Gomez, and I have exciting interview segments and features inside the zone. For recording artists, you can sing. Well, Inside the Zone, second Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. is for you. Writers, share your story, no man, in From the Author's Zone on third Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Male Zone has unbelievably juicy stories of love, heartbreak, and triumph. 7 p.m. has never been this good. On Mondays, it's news, talk, engaging features at 7 in the Monday Drive. And Center Stage has everyone talking on Thursdays. Be a part of the show. Email me insidethezone@gmail.com or call me 914-304-2592.
Hey, what are you doing Saturday, July 8th? Set sail with us on the Midnight Boat Ride featuring RGE Entertainment with DJ Ricky Genius and Force One Sound. We set sail at midnight from Brooklyn Army Terminal. Tickets are $75 each and there'll be a buffet and a cash bar on board. For more information, contact Dion at 973-861-1816, Chris at 718-781-7074, or Wilbert at 917-697-3087. See you there.
This is Lady D Denise Gomez, host and producer of Inside the Zone in New York, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Join me on Mondays at 5 on Fit 96.7, FitFMJA.com, Trelawney's Radio, your life, your music, for exciting features within the diaspora. And hear what's on our minds. It's live at 5 on Fit 96.7, fitfmja.com. Are you ready to take your life and finances to the next level? Join Dr. Shannon Simpson Shand at her Success Mindset Brunch and Learn event near New York City airports on Saturday, August 26, 2023 from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The exact location to be announced. For only $50, learn how to make your first $1 million, recession-proof your personal finances, and enjoy food and entertainment, all while networking with other like-minded professionals. Plus, get Dr. Shannon's $997 Success Mindset Masterclass free. This is an event you cannot afford to miss. Get your tickets at eventbrite.com. Brunch and learn the success mindset now and start living a life of financial freedom. Don't miss it. It's only $50.
Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Drive.
Yes, Lady D, it's Patricia calling back. I just wanted to finish up what I was saying. You know, the topic of discussion is somewhat similar to what Lady Trudy Ann was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when you spend cheap, you're paid twice.
Yes, ma'am. Agreed.
Because had these folks do their research, I don't care who it is. In order to come to the United States, you have to go through the legal processing of getting your documents. You cannot get no documents back door deal. Maybe at one time people could have done that, but now immigration is just so on top of their game. And if you're going to spend that kind of money, go to the immigration. You won't do this thing here backdoor deal. You're never going to get through. Here is it, they lost their money. There is not going to be any application to be processed. So they're left holding the bag.
Right. Agreed.
It is just so sad, and I hope this will be a learning experience and a lesson. Some people, they just don't learn. They learn the hard way. You know, they don't take no telling. They don't want to listen. Not until when they're caught up in the situation, then they realize. Because they think they're so smart. They think, oh, this would never happen to me. Oh, no. Yes, it will. Because the scammers out there, they're very sophisticated.
Absolutely.
Lady D, at least 10 calls I get per day. And the text that I get, oh, this is from Verizon, you've won this. When I look at the bottom, I see a name. Oh, this is from T-Mobile.
I know.
This is from this bank. You get $50,000. And I'm saying to myself, you know, one called me once, and he was kind of rude. And I told him what he should go and do it himself. And Lady D, he never called me back. No.
There you go.
But we have to be on top of our game, whether in the U.S. or in Jamaica. And they are targeting seniors.
Yes.
I believe most of the time it's an inside job, someone who knows your social security number, they know your bank account, they know what you have in your bank. And quite frankly, some of the seniors, you know, they're not too very sharp.
Yes.
Not like me. I'm very computer savvy. And the poor things, they will call them and they will give them some kind of sad story, telling them, oh, you know, your grandson was kidnapped or your granddaughter was kidnapped, and you have to pay X amount in order for her or he or she to be released. We have to be now our brother and sister keeper. We have to let people know what's going on, because it's hard to be conned out of your hard-earned money. This is enough to make someone want to hurt another person.
Yes.
Or a person can kill themselves because here is it, they can't believe that they have been had. But these are just my few words, Lady D. It's just so sad, but you know, it could have ended up worse. These individuals could have lost their lives. They just now have to go pick up the pieces and move on. If they borrow money, they're going to have to work and pay back these people their money because they will never see that money again.
I know. Thanks, Pat.
You're welcome.
Thanks
Lady
for
D.
your comments.
All right.
Yes, bye-bye. I'd like to say I apologize to Ryan. Oh, King, we forgot. Yesterday was Ryan's birthday. Oh, my goodness. Ryan, we forgot. Happy birthday. I hope it... Oh, dear. Ryan, we didn't remember. Oh, happy birthday, Ryan. Oh, goodness. We forgot. How was it? Call me. Let's talk 2 seconds before my guests call me, if possible. But with... Oh, dear me. Would like to say... Oh, Ryan. Why you couldn't even just say, lady, it's my birthday. Remember me. That would have been fine, too. Well, happy birthday, Ryan. We did not mean to forget the birthday. Oh, dear. How was it? So I'm typing right now. Happy birthday, King Ryan. We apologize. Birthday love to you. And I'm praying that God continues to favor you so that, you know, you will remain the person you are. Jovial, kind heart, and always willing to be there for the next person. So happy birthday, King. We'll have to make it up now to you. So don't take us to the cross, but forgive us. Happy birthday, Ryan. We love you. Happy birthday to you. So I'm expecting my guest in a few minutes, but in the meanwhile, Gritly, I'm giving you the opportunity, since you wanted to dance. So I did promise Gritly something good. Here we go.
Oh, what a night.
It's Gents Music Monday.
What a night. Oh gosh, what a night. I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good. I feel good. 'Cause your perfume isn't loud, and only I can talk about. Feel good. You feel like velvet rubbing over my skin. And when your hair dances under my chin, wish we were alone, baby, just the two of us. Yes, every move you make gives me a rush. Oh. Wine some more and show me that love unconditionally. Make believe we're alone, just you and me. Take the problems, leave them behind. Don't let it show. Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. I feel good when you're wrapped up in my arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good. I feel good, 'cause your perfume isn't loud, that only I can talk about. Feel good. Oh, yeah. Boy, what a vibe. What a vibe. What a night. Yes. What a night. Oh, yeah. I'd love to wipe the sweat off of your face, but it looks so good I might have to replace. This moment is magic, so I leave it alone until you say, honey, time to go home. Oh. Wine some more and show me that love unconditionally. Make believe we're alone, just you and me. Take the problems, leave them behind. Don't let it show. Go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go, baby, go. I feel good when I'm wrapped up in your arms, dancing to a reggae song. Feel good, feel good. I feel good, cause your perfume isn't loud, that only I can talk about. Feel good, yes. Oh, what a night, yes. What a sweet, sweet night, full of vibes. Oh, what a night, what a night, yes. What a night, yeah.
We're in the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Hello, everyone. Good evening to you. Tomorrow will be July 4, and of course, it's the day when we, acknowledge all the people who fought hard to bring us to this moment in time. Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Drive. Hello.
Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Drive.
Hello.
Hi.
Good
Hi,
evening.
lady.
Good evening, Mr. Maitland.
evening.
Have you turned your device
how are you
down?
doing?
I'm well because I thought I heard myself in the background there.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Welcome to my show, Inside the Zone, with Lady D, Denise Gomez, and you're in the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. How have you been? What have you been doing with yourself?
I've been good. Been trying to keep strong and healthy.
Oh, okay, of course, because without health we can't do anything, can we?
Definitely.
Can't do anything. Ladies and gentlemen, my guest is Patrick Maitland, and most of you are familiar with our publication here in New York called the Street Hype newspaper, and it's a pleasure to have Mr. Maitland on with me this evening. He did not hesitate when I asked him, and I'm so happy about that. Would you like to say hello to my audience, Patrick, before we start talking?
Yes, it's really a pleasure to be here, and you have a very great audience. I listened to the program a few times, and happy and delighted to be here.
Thank you so much. Now, you are known to be the brains behind the infamous Street Hype newspaper right here in New York City. I'd like to find out what was the motivation behind this challenging feat, because I know it's not easy, and how it has evolved over the years.
Well, I've been in the newspaper business perhaps almost 30 years now. Just as I left college, I started my own publication in Jamaica, the Agriculturalist newspaper. And it's still going on right now, still paying the bills. And so newspaper wasn't something new to me. And in between, I work for the Jamaica Record newspaper, the Gleaner, and a newspaper here in Brooklyn known as Star City Sun.
Okay.
So I decided to start my own paper because there's always room for the flow of information. That type of information that some media would not want to publish. So many times you'll find me with some of the hard touching stories, the criminal stuff, the success stuff, the entertainment.
Right.
It was a challenge, and it continues to be a challenge because the market sometimes is not as nice to you as you want it to do.
Yes.
And then with the advent of social media, it's an advantage too because we become part of it. But it's always a challenge. But we manage to break through. We manage to pay the bills and to, provide the service to the public.
Right. And we thank you for that. Many of us have had the opportunity, myself included, to have had the opportunity to write for the paper and all of that and to advertise in it. So we thank you. And again, we know it's not easy, Patrick. We don't pay a dime for the paper. So
Right.
it survives on your ads and, all the people who are placing their products and services in your paper. So we know it's not easy, but we thank you for it. There is a sense of pride when we take it up and we say, oh, street hype, and we step out of a whatever business stand that there, your stand is where the newspapers are placed. We get a chance to just grab and go, spend the time to sit and to read. And like myself, who, we are friends. So, in media, social media and so on, I get your
Right.
digital copy. I love to hear the swish of the sound that the pages make when I'm,
Yes.
So we thank you
Yeah,
for
that's
that.
where it is now.
Yeah, that's where it is now. So we thank you so much. So for persons who were not
Right.
aware who you are and why you started it, now you have disclosed that. So we know that you are an award-winning journalist, communication, marketing, and public relations specialist for over 30 years. You mentioned that earlier. But I want to ask you how much discipline is required to execute at the highest level. Because the last thing we want to take up a paper and look and see, the first thing we see is a bunch of either errors or something, to get your paper to that level. How you manage?
It's always a challenging and a tedious thing to do a newspaper. It involves so much things. You have three components of the paper, right?
Mhm.
One is to gather the information, the news story, to get an article from Lady D, to get a sport report from some journalist, to scout the district attorney's website to see what is there, to look at the hundreds of press releases that you would have got, and then you make a decision what are the stories you want to carry.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
After that, you have to start to prepare the story to suit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to edit. Sometimes you have something that is too long, some that don't have enough information.
Mm-hmm.
You have to prepare yourself. And it's not easy many times. You're going to make errors.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you make a big mistake. I publish a photograph with Lady D and the caption
Somebody.
is saying John Brown.
Right.
John Brown is in it.
Oh, Lord.
All these errors. And when it comes out, and by the way, 2-3 people look at that same page, Don't feel it's one person look at it.
And miss
right?
it. Mm-hmm.
And we are calling Lady D
Mary
Lincoln.
Stroke. Mm-hmm.
Right? Dexter. We are calling Lady D Dexter Blake.
Right.
So it's not easy. So you have to pay attention to the details,
Yes.
and you have to make sure the story you're putting out, the public would like it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make assumptions,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and you have to be timely. You have to make you have to keep up to date with what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. So sometimes you wonder, how the hell them get this story, right?
Right.
You get the story again because sometimes, because you're in the media, people would always call you and tell you things.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you the truth, I can't publish everything that people tell me.
Of course
And
not.
sometimes it's fake news.
Mm-hmm.
I get some real story and I say, no, this story sounds a bit funny.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds could be true, but let me call Lady D to find out.
Mm-hmm.
To see if this is really true that she's no longer at Linked Radio.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to make sure you check up on the facts.
Mm-hmm.
Because no doubt Lady D is still at Linkage,
Right.
but I'm carrying a story saying Linkage fires Lady D.
Same so. Mm-hmm.
So we just have to keep check and balance.
Yes.
We don't get it right all the time, I can tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually believe in being fair, being honest, and tell the truth at all times.
Yes. Well, we appreciate that about you. If you're just joining us, welcome to Center Stage. Welcome to Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking right here on the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. My guest this evening is Patrick Maitland, and he is the brain behind the Street Hype newspaper, amongst so many other things. Now, Patrick, as a community relations officer at, well, you had that post at the Consulate General previously, General of Jamaica in New York. What was that main function in that capacity?
Well, it's basically a PR job. So it connects, I connect the community with the Consul General's office. So what it means, you would try to keep events, to inform and update, and you'd also take telephone calls. When I was there, even now I'm still getting calls. And what was good, as a journalist, I have a wide knowledge of a number of things. So people would call. It could be about investment in Jamaica. It could be a student doing an assignment about Jamaica and they're looking some information, somebody to interview. It could be just about anything. But the key point here is that to connect the citizens, the Jamaican diaspora members with the Consul General's office. So the returning residents would always come by. People who get into problem with the law would always call and say, you know, this happened, I think we are being treated unfairly. And sometimes it might just take a telephone call to the police commissioner or his or her office. Could be something to do with health. And we have to intervene. A lot of things are done.
Okay.
But I enjoy my time there. It's a lot of work, and it shows that not everything here, not everybody who's in America are having it
easy.
I was shocked. I didn't realize so many Jamaicans are here having a hard time.
Yes.
Right? And not just with their passport or any of the vital records that they might need to get updated.
Yes, but other challenges in their lives. Alrighty. So tell me now, where did you go to school? What did you pursue? What were you like as a boy?
All right. So I grew up in Westmoreland, Little London. I went to Little London Primary, Little London High School. Then I moved on to Nakalva Cultural School.
Okay.
That's a technical high school in Hanover. So I pursue agricultural training there.
Oh.
And then after that, I went in the classroom. I taught for about 3 years as a pre-trained agricultural science teacher. And then from there, I went to the agricultural college. I pursued an associate degree in general agriculture. Then after that, I went straight into the work field. Then I took a little break. I went to University of Technology, did a bachelor's degree in business administration, focused on marketing. But in between, I would have done courses in journalism and marketing, right? Including the CUNY School of Journalism. I did a fellowship there as well in journalism.
Okay.
And after that, it's strict to the road. My training was further on the road. So sometime in college and university, then the road is where I get all the other training and experience.
Wow. So were you a mischievous child or very quiet? What? Share this scoop with us.
I was always a very quiet guy. Got involved in a couple of fights, yes, because I was a sort of determined little man.
Oh.
And, you know, I remember. Yeah, I remember. And I was, you know, I should tell you this. So when I was in college, well, when I was teaching first, I developed a like for photography.
Okay.
And I was doing some freelance work for Western Mirror newspaper. In fact, I tell you, this was my first sojourn in journalism. My father was an avid reader of newspaper. So I always read newspaper. Sometimes he would say, come, read the paper to me. And so I pick up that reading of newspaper. So after leaving Nakalva, I noticed that the Western newspaper never say anything about farming, despite the Western region has a whole lot of farms. So I wrote a letter to the editor and was giving him some reason why they should talk about farming in the paper. So the gentleman, Mr. Johnson, who was the local reporter correspondent, he heard about me.
Okay.
Because my family is a little popular. And they were saying that, I just left Nakalva and, it'd be a good idea to have me in the paper.
Okay.
I didn't know anything much about writing at that level. Right? So he invited me to visit the publisher, like the Smith. And I went up there. Yes, we are good friends today. And he gave me the job right away. Said, all right, you're going to be the agricultural reporter.
Sure.
And I went to the library, read about journalism, and I'm just trying to learn stuff. Anyway, I started with the column, and he put out a column for me called Farm Forum.
Okay.
And everybody in the community was excited. My father would carry the paper and show his friends and say, this is what my boy is doing. And so I become very popular. Oh, that's how I bought my camera.
Okay.
And I was a very resourceful guy. My father was a furniture maker. So we make like picture frames and those small items.
Oh.
And I would clean up furniture. So if you have your chairs damaged, I can fix it up, right?
Okay.
As a little boy. So I always have my money. Then after that, now I went to Nakalva. No, I left Nakalva. Then I went to teach. Got a teaching job, and after that, now, when I went to college, this is interesting. I started a newspaper at college known as COA Voice.
Okay.
And it was extremely popular but controversial. So I would take on the administration. I'm always talking about student rights and I was on the student council body too. So it was a very controversial period for me. Got into a lot of trouble and a lot of fights with administration. Right?
Oh, that's mercy.
But they always include me in everything they are doing because I was very respectful, but I just want the rights to be defended. So, a matter of fact, upon graduating, a gentleman known as Alan Ricard. I don't know if you remember that name.
Yes, I do.
He was the husband of Doreen Samuel. Yes. He was the PR consultant for the college.
Okay.
And he spotted me, and he guided me with my journalism on the campus, and more time he would tell me to tone it down. But he was a much more aggressive man than me, right? He was very aggressive. Anyway, upon graduating, Mark Ricketts was opening Jamaica Record newspaper.
Okay.
And again, he recommended that I be the agricultural editor. At that stage, I never knew anything about journalism at that high level either. So that was another challenge for me. And within a year, I published a little book known as the Tropical Farmer's Almanac.
Oh.
That same book that I have today. I published it just leaving college at 23, 23 years old.
Young man.
Yes. But if you see me at that time, I used to have a lot of hair. I was a beard up.
Okay.
So, Alan, when I published the book, it makes so much money for marketing at Jamaica Record. I didn't realize it. And it gave me a brand new Lada. Yeah, I don't know if you're old enough to remember Lada.
Hello, I drove Lada one time. I never
All right.
Yes.
So I got a brand new Lada. In addition to an office, right? And at the time, I wasn't concerned about money. I'm just working. I didn't even work, and I didn't realize that the book brought in so much money, right? But I noticed I started the special treatment, and everybody start look at me now.
Mhm.
So eventually, the company start to have problems.
Mm.
Every other month, you have problem with the salary. Went to the bank,
Mhm.
we get half of the salary, and then I said, boy, this not gonna work.
Mm.
And I decide to start to look my own departure.
Okay.
And then about 3 of us, I don't know if you remember a gentleman named Hugh Martin.
Mm.
Martin is a veteran journalist.
Yes.
And I brought a group of 4 people together, including myself,
Mhm.
and start a company known as Caribbean Agricultural Communication Services.
Okay. So you've been a
And,
part of a lot of firsts.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah.
And I just try to do what I'm happy with,
Yes.
because I'm always comfortable doing my writing, and I'm just comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't try to get into too many other business. So over the years, I've not gone into too many business.
Right.
I'm like a bee.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep one job,
Mm-hmm.
the journalism related job.
You stay in your lane.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Stay in my lane.
You stay in your lane.
You know?
Very, very
Right.
interesting. We've gotten to know a little bit about you, and we're going to wrap up in a few minutes. But thank you for sharing so much, because we really didn't know, that much about you, Patrick Maitland. And someone said they're from Nucalva, I believe. They wanted to know what year you left. I'm like, oh Lord.
1983, I think.
Oh, you left in 83.
1983.
So you're still young.
Yeah, who is that? Who is that?
The person asking?
Yes.
That's King Ryan.
Oh, no.
No, you wouldn't
Sound
know
like
him.
a little,
Young-
that sound a little
young man.
That sound like a, eh?
A young man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All righty, but finally, what's next for you?
Well, I'm still pursuing the Street Type newspaper,
Mm-hmm.
the agriculturalist, but we are now focusing at Street Type on more events,
Oh, okay.
because we have to diversify the portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
So if you notice, recently we had a women's award,
Mhm.
we have a men's a father's
Yes.
award.
Yes, yes.
So we're gonna be doing some more events,
Okay.
because and recognize people in the community.
Okay. So, Patrick, hold your thought one moment. Good. There's someone on the line. Good evening.
Good evening again, Lady D.
Good evening.
Mr. Rude Boy, Patrick, how are you? Nice hearing his
Not
voice.
bad.
Long time not hearing voice. How is Mitzi? How is Mitzi?
Mr. Master is great.
Yeah, this is Maud. Have a good evening. Just want to big you up, Mr. Rude Boy, Patrick.
Maud, who's Maud? I don't remember who's Maud.
Well, ask Mitzi, ask Gloria. They'll tell you who is she.
Okay. All right.
You will know it.
All right.
All right. Blessings, my brother.
Thank you, young
nice
lady.
hearing your voice.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks for calling. Yes, Patrick. But you were saying now you want to do events and so on?
Yes, we have started to recognize people in the community. It's part of the expansion of the reach.
Okay.
And we're moving into.
You're moving
And
in
we're
that
going to
direction.
also like when you publish your first book
Mm-hmm.
or your second book,
Mm-hmm.
Lady D, you have a book already, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, I swear I heard that. All right. So like when you do your book,
Mm-hmm.
we would be happy to host the launch of the book,
Okay. Good.
right? Things
Yes.
like that.
All righty. Now
So we are getting into a couple of that.
all righty.
We're
Great.
still maintaining the publication,
Mhm.
and we're also doing more digital now.
Yes.
So, for example, we have in the region of almost 10,000, whenever a paper come out,
Mm-hmm.
people that we send it to, whether through WhatsApp or through the mail,
Right.
right? We're
Mhm.
expanding the digital footprint,
Mm-hmm.
because the hard copy is not going to be moving like before. So the digital footprint will be
Mm-hmm.
emphasized as well.
All righty.
So
Well-
that's where we're taking it now.
That's where you're taking it. Well, again, congratulations, Patrick. Again, we've seen the paper. I know personally it's not an easy job. And of course, you have managed to, bring us in the know the best way you can. And so we thank you for your service to our community. And I think we have another caller. Good afternoon. Welcome to Voices.
Good afternoon, Lady D. I just want to say congratulations to Mr. Patrick.
Yes, he's
All
hearing
right.
you.
And my
Who is
head
this?
feels big as if it's my son or my grandson. I feel so proud and good.
I'll be happy to be your son.
Okay, sir. You continue your good work. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, Bobby.
Thank you, Chloe.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Alrighty. So, Patrick, we got to go, but there is a fun segment that I have with my guests.
Yes.
And I'd like you to, of course, be a participant.
Mm-hmm.
I want one-word answers from you only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? First one, Street Hype newspaper.
What about it?
So you have to give me one word answer. Give me a response with one word.
I would say Street Hype newspaper. The People's Paper. Well, one word.
Patrick, one word.
Dependable. Dependable. Consistency. Consistency.
All right, fine. Agriculture.
Food.
Newspaper.
Information.
Journalism.
Power.
Nakalva.
Roots.
Farm Forum.
Avenue. An avenue.
Community.
People.
Money.
Prosperity.
All right. UTech.
Champion.
And finally, Patrick Maitland.
A man of God.
Boy, Patrick. You're just
Vision.
Thank you.
Visionary.
Chairman. I appreciate you. I had a good time rapping with you this evening in the segment Voices. Thanks. Blessings, Patrick.
I like that.
Uh-huh. All righty, good. Little brain teasers for you, right?
And I appreciate it.
All righty. God bless. Take it
And
easy.
I must say, I really appreciate you taking time to interview me here.
Yes.
I do enjoy the session.
Mm-hmm.
And more progress and more joy and benefit to what you're doing.
All righty. Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, too.
Take it easy. Bye-bye. Lord Patrick Massacre my segment. Hello. But I'd like to say thanks to Patrick Maitland for tuning in with me this evening into the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. So, gonna go now. I have much to do at the end of the show. And I'll see you, God willing, on Thursday to do it all over again right here on Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Thanks to my sponsors and to everyone who tuned in this evening. And want to say thanks to my YouTube audience and to the audience of Caribbean Vibes Radio Network and right here at Linkage Radio, Fit FM 96.7. Everyone, we thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I'm going to head home. I'm going up. Me I go up, me I galang up now. And I hope to see my Duncan's Trelawney people one of these days so we can just sit and lime under a coconut tree or something. Julia, thank you so much. And to everyone who are part of the show this evening, what would I do without you? I couldn't do the show without you. The show started June 5, 2008, and it is still here. as we would say, it's still there. Blessings to everyone. God bless. Enjoy your 4th of July tomorrow. And please be safe while you're at it. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I'm out of here.
Hey, what are you doing Saturday, July 8th? Set sail with us on the Midnight Boat Ride featuring RGE Entertainment with DJ Ricky Genius and Force One Sound. We set sail at midnight from Brooklyn Army Terminal. Tickets are $75 each and there'll be a buffet and a cash bar on board. For more information, contact Dion at 973-861-1816, Chris at 718-781-7074, or Wilbert at 917-697-3087. See you there.
Are you ready to take your life and finances to the next level? Join Dr. Shannon Simpson Shand at her Success Mindset Brunch and Learn event near New York City airports on Saturday, August 26, 2023 from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. The exact location to be announced. For only $50, learn how to make your first $1 million, recession-proof your personal finances, and enjoy food and entertainment, all while networking with other like-minded professionals. Plus, get Dr. Shannon's $997 Success Mindset Masterclass free. This is an event you cannot afford to miss. Get your tickets at eventbrite.com. Brunch and learn the success mindset now and start living a life of financial freedom. Don't miss it. It's only $50.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nereida Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
This is Lady T, Denise Gomez, host and producer of Inside the Zone in New York, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Join me on Mondays at 5 on Fit 96.7, FitFMJA.com, Trelawney's Radio, your life, your music, for exciting features within the diaspora. And hear what's on our minds. It's live at 5 on Fit 96.7, FitFMJA.com.
You're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. The best music.